Hello everyone, my name is Hitesh and you're watching Sultan of Soccer. The summer is over and the Premier League is back with a bang. Game Week 1 has already delivered a chaotic, goal-filled and at times completely bonkers weekend. It's time to unpack the beautiful mess we may just witnessed. Let's get into Game 1 recap for 2025-2026 season. First game, it was Liverpool versus Bournemouth. What a way to kick off the season. Liverpool, the defending champions, came out swinging against a spirited Bournemouth side. It was a proper end-to-end 6-goal thriller that was anything but a defensive masterclass. Liverpool attacks was on fire, but Bournemouth's Semenyo answered with a brace of his own, keeping the game in balance. It was only in the dying moments that a late surge from Liverpool secured all the 3 points, a perfect way to start their title defense. Next up, it was Sunderland versus West Ham. Welcome back Sunderland. After what felt like a lifetime, the Black Cats have announced their return back to the Premier League in a spectacular way by thrashing West Ham 3-0 at the Stadium of Light. This was just not a win, it was a statement. The newly promoted side looked confident, ruthless, putting on a show for their fans, for Graham Potter and West Ham. It was very disappointing to start the season for West Ham, but they would hope that the season would end in a different way. Next up was Tottenham versus Burnley. This was a clinical, comfortable victory for Tottenham side, looking to make a statement under their new manager, Thomas Frank. They put in a solid performance as well as display against a newly promoted Burnley with a dominant 3-0 victory. Richarlison was in stunning form, scoring an absolute belter of the volley that left the keeper with no chance. For Burnley, it's harsh and humbling. Welcome back to the top flight and they'll learn from this one. Next up, it was Wolves versus Manchester City. First of all, I just want to say, rest in peace Diego Jota. What a tribute. What an absolute tribute from Wolves for their former striker. Well, last season, City had a tough campaign, but this season they're out of the gate and the City machine is up and running. They travelled to Wolves and put on a show, cruising to a comprehensive 4-0 victory. Erling Haaland got on the score sheet, but the real star of the show was Reinders. What a signing he is. Is he the De Bruyne replacement that City was always looking for? Well, only time will tell. After that, it was Brighton versus Fulham. Again, a very end-to-end match. It was a classic tale of late drama. It looked like Brighton would take all the 3 points after a well-taken penalty put them ahead in the second half. But Rodrigo Muniz had other ideas. With almost the last kick of the game, he scrambled a 96th minute equalizer, a crucial away point for Fulham and a heartbreak for Brighton, reminding us that you have to play to the final whistle in this league. After that, it was Villa's turn to face Newcastle. This match was a bit of a tactical chess match. Aston Villa and Newcastle played a very tense 0-0 draw. The main moment came when Villa's Konza was controversially shown a red card in the second half for denying a clear goal scoring opportunity. Even with the man advantage, Newcastle couldn't find a way through Villa's solid 10-man defense, which held firm to get a well-earned point. It's to be seen if Isak will make his return to Newcastle and play for Newcastle this season. After that, it was the world champions Chelsea taking on Crystal Palace. Another London derby, another goalless draw. Chelsea and Crystal Palace battled to a 0-0 stalemate in a game where both the teams showed attacking intent but lacked the final touch. The big moment came in the first half when Palace's free kick was ruled out by VAR for an obstruction, a decision that left the Palace players as well as the supporter fuming. It's an interesting start from Enzo Maresca at Chelsea and Oliver Glasner at Palace. Both will be hoping to win next week. Next up was Nottingham Forest against Brentford. Nottingham Forest are off to a flyer. They dominated Brentford in a 3-1 win, showing some serious attacking firepower. Chris Wood scored twice in the first half with a classic poacher's brace to put them in a commanding position. The new signing, I'm going to butcher his name, I'm sorry, Dan Ndoye, also scored to make it 3-0. Brentford did get a late penalty, but it was too little too late. Forest looked like a completely different team, having showed their intent from the start of the season. Next up, it was a big one. Manchester United versus Arsenal. at Old Trafford, the theatre of dreams. Manchester United versus Arsenal was a tense, hard-fought match that was decided by the slimmest of the margins. This was a high-stake tactical battle where both sides had chances, and Ruben Amorim's new look Manchester United looking dangerous on the counter. But it was Arsenal's Ricardo Calafiori who provided that decisive moment heading in the corner in the first half to give the Gunners the massive 3 points at Old Trafford. For Amorim's United, it's a bitter pill to swallow on the opening day, while Arsenal will be full of confidence after snatching such a huge victory. Well, that was a wrap for this Game Week 1. I know there's still Leeds versus Everton, but you know what? At this point, I think Leeds are going to go back down. Daniel Farke's attacking football just does not work in the Premier League. We have seen his Norwich side before, it just doesn't work out. And I'm predicting a 2-0 win for Everton. And after a whirlwind of goals, upsets and some classic Premier League chaos, let me know your highlight of the weekend in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can view all my future videos. Until then, see you next time, take care of yourself, and remember, up the Gunners.